Hello and welcome to today's lesson. I would like to begin with a question. What are words which join thoughts or ideas within the same sentence or join two sentences called? You are right. Connectives, as they connect thoughts or ideas. We also call them transition words as they help the speaker or writer to transition from one thought to the next. We use connectives to join two ideas and they serve to show a transition from one thought or action to the next. Sometimes an action leads to an unexpected or surprising result. For example, everyone opposed her marrying Peter, but she married him anyway. The expected result should be that she did not marry him, but she went ahead and married him. We use transition words of contrast in such sentences. Hi, I am Archanakalele from Good to Excellence and we are your online partner to learn IELTS, PT, TOEFL and English communication. Call us for your training needs on the displayed number. We give you a lot of feedback and practice. And yes, I will be happy if you like and share the video and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's start. We bring you two closely related connectives of contrast. And these are although and even though. Although and even though are conjunctions and mean in spite of or but to show contrast. Conjunctions are linking words joining two clauses. These are in fact subordinate conjunctions, linking a dependent clause to an independent clause. Here are a few sentences to show the contrasting ideas and how to use although. Although he was tired, he went for a movie with his friends. So in this sentence, the clause which is used with although is a dependent clause and independent clause is he went for a movie with his friends. My grandfather took part in the walk for charity event although he is so old. Now here it is other way round. The first sentence is an independent clause and the second sentence is a dependent clause. Simran took part in the elocution contest although she was not prepared. Can you see the contrast in these sentences? Simran took part in the elocution contest although she was not prepared. So here she wasn't prepared and still she took part. Even though may be used interchangeably with although. The same examples we can use. Even though he was tired, he went for a movie with his friend. My grandfather took part in the walk for charity event even though he is so old. Simran took part in the elocution contest even though she was not prepared. Even though places a little more emphasis than although. Now we will see the sentence structure with although. How it is? Although is followed by a subject and then the verb. See the example here. Although he was tired, he went for a movie. Although Samira didn't like dogs, she agreed to look after her sister's pet. Sometimes although is used to introduce a gerund phrase or clause. Uh, if you remember, a gerund is an ing verb that behaves like a noun naming an action. Reading, cooking, sewing, to name a few, are examples of gerunds. Now we will see that in sentences. Although swimming was something he loved, he refused to join the others. Mary didn't offer to help in the kitchen, although cooking was her passion. Now, where do we place although in a sentence? Although is used to introduce the subordinate clause and appears at the start of a sentence when we place the subordinate clause first in the sentence. Example, although it was raining, the plane took off. Here the subordinate clause is it was raining. Even though they knew the answer, they were silent. Since we place the dependent clause first, we place a comma before adding the independent part of the sentence. Even though they knew the answer, comma, they were silent. Although appears in the middle of a sentence. When we write the independent clause first and follow it with the subordinate clause. Since it is a conjunction that shows contrast, we may place a comma before although. Check it in example. He played beautifully at the concert, although he had not touched his violin in months. We may omit the comma if we feel the information is essential. Like, she walked home alone although it was dark. So here, although it was dark, we feel it was an essential information. Next sentence is, she walked home alone, comma, although she knew it was dark. So here two contrasting actions joined by although. Although does not appear at the end of the sentence. That you need to remember. We may use the less formal word though in many instances instead of although. Though it was dark, she walked home alone. He liked classical music though he enjoyed rock music more. However, though may appear at the end of a sentence as an adverb. Check it in an example. The bag is expensive. I bought it though. Now here you will see that how though is used. Here though is an adverb qualifying buying it in spite of the price. Now let's quickly go through what we have discussed. Although is a subordinate conjunction which acts as a connective of contrast to show one action or situation produced an opposite result. Although appears at the start of a dependent clause, and we may replace although and the dependent clause at the beginning of our sentence, separating it from the independent clause by a comma. Although she was not prepared, Simran took part in the elocution contest. We may also place the although clause in the second half of the sentence, separating it with a comma to show contrast. We also use the comma to place emphasis on the contrast. Simran won the elocution contest, although she was not prepared. Although and even though are interchangeable. Even though is more forceful than although. Although never appears at the end of the sentence. Though can replace although in less formal language. Though she was unprepared, Simran won the contest. And though is very commonly used in everyday language and may appear at the end of the sentence as an adverb. You can stay home if you like. You'll miss a good dinner though. This is the use of the transition word although and related words. Now we will take a quiz. You need to pause your video and take a quiz. What you need to do? Select the correct sentence from the options provided. So here there is a conversation provided or two sentences are provided and you have to select the correct option. That was our lesson on although and I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get notified. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye.